Hey good people, Tiffany Javon here, back with another video. And today I wanted to go, this is actually a bonus video for you guys because I'm actually posting this one in the same week that I'm posting my video of God Bless Me with My Miracle Baby. So go check that video out if you hadn't seen that one already. But this video is basically about a woman's thoughts, feelings, and emotions before, during, and after pregnancy. A lot of times I think men, especially if they hadn't had children before, or even women if they hadn't had children before, you know, they kind of don't know some of the things that women that's having children or that's thinking about having children, kind of that thought process behind that. And so I just kind of wanted to share some of these thoughts, or my thoughts and my emotions. I've also did some research. I'm a part of this app, this first time moms app. It's called Peanut, and Little Peanut. And in this app, all the first time moms, you know, if you have anything going on, you ask questions with other first time moms, like, hey, you kind of raise a flag or raise your hand, like, hey, is anybody dealing with this? Or, you know, I heard this from the pediatrician, or this, you know. So a lot of time we get to use that community of women that are going through similar obstacles, they're going through similar challenges, you know, with either being pregnant or thinking about getting pregnant, or you know, or going through the whole trying to TTC journey, trying to conceive, or even, you know, after pregnancy, and, you know, they have several kids, so they're trying to balance life and pregnancy, and you know, or they balance life and a new baby and a family and this and that, and, you know, all the things that happen that can possibly happen in between. So I just kind of wanted to do this quick bonus video for you guys, and just, you know, show you guys kind of what a woman kind of thinks or feels, or kind of what's going on in her head, and the questions kind of that she asks herself before, during, and after pregnancy. And so before pregnancy, here are some of the questions that, you know, or the thoughts that kind of run through a woman's mind. And I have everything down on my handy sing phone. So am I ready to be a mother? This is a question that, you got to really ask yourself, because your life changes. It's on the swivel, okay? And it don't swivel back. So you really got to ask yourself that question, and you really got to be honest with you know. And so, are you ready to be a mother? Another question is, before pregnancy, is how much money will I need to take care of my newborn or my child? So that's another thing in and of itself. Like, you already have, you know, your income and the way in which you make money, and, you know, you already have your expenses and your overhead and things that you spend money on. You got to budget in that new baby, if that's what you're thinking about. You know what I mean? So that's a question, you know, that comes to mind as well. How will my life change? That's a really big one, because your life will indeed change. I will guarantee you 1,000% that your life is going to change. And it's not, like I said, it's not going to swivel back. It's not going back. You know, it'll change, but it'll change in what ways, in what regard. And are you ready for those changes? Are you ready for those adjustments? Are you ready, you know, for your life to not be your own? Because listen, when you have a newborn, your life is not your own for quite some time, you know, but that's fine, because this is something that you wanted, okay? That's another one of the questions. Another one of the things that you think about is, do I have family and friends, or do I have a support system? Do I have will I have a good babysitter? You know, how will that dynamic work? You know, will I have to is there somebody that I already know that I'll get a chance to kind of help with, you know, with my newborn? Or will I have to, you know, find a daycare? Or would I have to get, you know, find a stranger, a nanny or something? You know, these are questions that you kind of think about before you even get pregnant. You know, these are the questions that, and if you ain't thinking about them, you definitely should be, you know, you should be thinking about questions. Another question is, will parenthood change me? And that's 1,000% yes. Yes, parenthood will change you, because listen, you become is this other little person that you're responsible for. You know what I mean? You're their arms, their ears, their legs, you're everything for them. You know what I mean? They're completely 100% dependent on you. And so yes, your life will change, but it'll change for the better. Hopefully, it'll change for the better. How are other people doing it? This is a good question, because a lot of times we can just kind of look on the outside looking in, and without asking or talking to people, we can, you know, see that it seems like people are juggling life really good. Like, I know some people in my life that, you know, they have either one child, they have more than one, and it seems like, you know, they're just gliding through life. And I think what they did was just figure it out. You know what I mean? They figure out what their adjustments needed to be, made the adjustments, and kept it pushing, right? So, you know, hats off to those ladies. Another one, I need to set aside a baby budget, but how much do I need to set aside? Like, that's something that you can research, because listen, you need to know, because diapers cost, okay? Formula costs, especially if you're not breastfeeding, and you know, bottles cost, and wipes cost, and clothes cost, and food cost. You know, everything costs. You know, the delivery, getting the baby here. First of all, going to the doctor costs, okay? Going to the doctor, getting the checkups during your pregnancy, all that costs, okay? So you need to search to see how much money, you know, between you and your job and maybe your insurance, or whether you have insurance or not have insurance, that's something that you need to be asking yourself, and kind of, you know, the thought process behind that. Another thing is, you think about how many children you want before pregnancy. A lot of times you think about, oh, I want to have, you know, you'll pick a number out the sky. You'll see somebody maybe with 2 kids, and you'll see how it's just a boy and a girl, or a girl and a girl. And you're like, is that enough? I think I want 3 or maybe 4, you know. So these are some things that you think about prior to you getting pregnant, right? So now these are some thoughts and some emotions that you have after you're pregnant, okay? So once you're pregnant, this is where you kind of think about, I got to get ready, because now my baby is coming. So it's like, whether I'm ready or not, here they come. You know what I mean? And so your timeline is pretty much whatever your due date is. That's your timeline. And you probably need to work a little ahead of that, because like in my situation, your baby could come 6 weeks early. So, you know, you need to have some things in place. What do I need to buy? These are questions, you know, that need answers. You need to figure out what these answers are. Should I wait until after my shower to buy anything? Now, this is a lot of times what people do. This is some of what I did. I bought some things before a baby shower, but I kind of wanted to see what all I would get on the baby shower, so that way I wouldn't overdo it on certain things and then have to end up giving some stuff away. So I was like, okay, let me have the shower. I can only get, you know, so much here and there. So I kind of held off on just going on a binge and buying all the things that I saw in the store that was for a newborn, because every time I seen baby clothes and baby this and baby that, I was just like, oh, that's so cute, I want that. Oh, that's so cute, I want that. So I tried to like go in the store with blinders on and, you know, try not to look at those things. I'm like, okay, after I, you know, have my baby shower, see what, you know, people will want to bless me with, and then from there kind of figure out exactly what's needed and stuff like that. So work from that. Another question that's asked is, how soon should I find out what I'm having? Because so some people don't want to know. But the big thing right now is the whole gender reveal thing, and that's a party that people can have, another celebration that people can have, you know, and you know, people want to you know, celebrate as they find out at an event, whether they're having a boy or a girl. I'm too nosy for that. I was too nosy for that. I'm like, nah, I'm having all these doctor's visits. I need to know at the doctor. You need to let me know. If you know, as soon as you know, I need to know. So yeah, I'm too nosy to be trying to pass my note, you know, my little envelope to my sister or to somebody else, to let them hold my mom, or let them hold it, and then, you know, plan an event just to, you know, pop a color out of a can. I need to know at the hospital. I need to know at the doctor when I go to the doctor. I'm too nosy for that. But some people do that. That's like the going thing right now. And, you know, to each his own. If that's what you want to do, don't knock it till you try it. I also know somebody that didn't find out the gender of their baby until they had the baby. They just want to be surprised on the day of, like, oh, it's a girl. Okay, it's a girl. So I can't do that. Now, again, I'm too nosy. I can't wait that long. The suspense would literally drive me nuts. And so, no, I can't do that. But hey, some people do that. Another question that they ask is that, am I going to be able to work the closer I get to delivery? And so this is another question, because when you've never been pregnant, you don't know just how much weight you're gonna gain. You don't know how big you're gonna get. You don't know how uncomfortable you're gonna be. So if you have a job where you gotta walk and drive and move and pick up stuff and do all the things, you trying to gauge, like, okay, how long, you know, before I get to be too much, maybe, you know, that I'm gonna be able to work. Because I know some women, again, that worked up until the week before, 2 weeks before delivery, and then I know some women that worked, you know, until like they hit their 3rd trimester. Then it was like, I'm out. Like, my feet hurt, everything swole. I'm swole, everything on swole, and so I can't do it. You know, I can't stand on my feet. I can't lift stuff. I can't, you know, do all the things, and so it's time to get off my feet. It's time to go sit down somewhere, you know, and rest until my baby gets here. Another thing is, I want my child to have a better childhood than me. This is definitely something that you think about, because or not even just that you think about, but that's something that a lot of mothers, a lot of parents that want, for their children. You always want your children to have a better life than you, and you map that out. You're like, what does that look like? You map that out, you plan that out, and typically, you do the best you can. There's no manual to parenthood. I don't, even though people write books and different, at the end of the day, all those books and manuals and guides and things and scripts, all of that is basically their experience. There's either their experience, or if they're not experienced, there's somebody else's experience that they don't research and talk to those folks. But there's no cookie cutter, way to parenthood. Listen, everybody got to figure out their own soul salvation. Everybody got to figure out their own way, okay, with their child and what works best for them and their household and their family dynamic, okay. This is one that said, how will I handle working and having a new baby? So that's another thing, like how you balance the two. And this is one of the things that I, thought about, like, man, how, even though I work from home, that's a blessing in and of itself. But, am I going to be able to tend to my baby? Do I need to just put him in his swing and have him in the same room with me? Because I don't have a job where I have to be on the phone all the time. I have meetings here. Well, I can't even say here and there, because listen, here lately they've been having these meetings almost every day. But anyway, so I have a lot of meetings. However, I don't have to, although there is through a communication channel that has video accessibility, but I don't have to have my video on, so they don't have to see what's going on in my background, because I could be over here changing my child. You don't know, mind your business. Anyway, and as long as I'm listening in on, whoever the leader is that's talking. Now, if I have to, mention something, or if I have to, give my spiel at one point, then of course I could take it off of mute, but I can always put it on mute and not have the camera on and stuff like that. So I'll just figure out how that dynamic works, because this one actually really hits home, because I actually start in a week I start work back. And so I'm going to figure that whole thing out. Is childcare affordable? That's another thing. Is childcare, daycare affordable? Going the route of putting your baby in a program, or at an institution or a school, and is that affordable for you? For you and your finances right now. The questions that you definitely need to ask yourself. Why does pregnancy take so long? This is something that I definitely had asked when I was pregnant. I asked a whole bunch of people, especially people that was pregnant, why I got to bake so long? I got animals and stuff that have baby in 2 weeks and 3 months and 6 months, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm pregnant for a long time. Like, I was pregnant for 8.5 months, but that's a long time. It's a long time to be pregnant. Okay, I couldn't wait to get pregnant. How much sleep will I get before or after I deliver? And really, to me, I didn't, my experience, I didn't really get a lot of sleep with being pregnant, because listen, you gotta wake up every hour on the hour almost to go pee and do all the things. And so, yeah, and it seemed like your bladder don't tap you on your shoulder like that, give you that emergent wake up until the wee hours of the morning. It's always like 3 a.m. or one of the a.m.s, right? But it's always the early numbers, like 3 and 4 and 5 and things. And it's like, I don't really be up at these times. I don't even know what these times look like. This is the first time I ever been up at 4 a.m. So get used to it. When you get pregnant, you're going to be up at those times, okay? Got to go, and I got to go right now. And then another thing you think about is, will I breastfeed? Will I bottle feed? Those are things, of course, you got to talk about, got to talk through. One, there's a hefty cost associated with, or you could do a hybrid of the two, whatever's good, whatever's going to work out for you. But hey, your journey will be just that, your journey. And then here are some questions that, or emotions or thoughts and things that happens after you deliver, okay? They are here now. The baby is here now. I need to adjust to their schedule. And that's the going thing. Like I told you, when you have babies, your life is not your own, okay? Your sleep schedule, you don't have a sleep schedule. It's their schedule. Whatever their routine is, that's what you're doing, okay? You got to adhere to whatever they got going on, because they need you, okay? Because they're completely dependent on you. I'm tired, however, like, again, I'm their arms and legs and all the things, so I can't let my baby down. I can't, I don't need anybody else to step in and take care of my child. Like, I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, I'm the parent. I'm gonna provide for my child. I'm gonna be there for my child. Gonna help, I'm gonna raise my child. These are the things that you're thinking about. You kind of boost yourself, give yourself a little pep talk a little bit. And then also you think about how your needs really don't matter. Like you become a minimalist in a way. Like, yeah, okay, I need to take a bath, wash my face, do all the things to get myself cleaned up. However, I don't have to, have the latest outfit. I don't need to go shopping. Like you don't feel like you need to go out and get stuff for you. When you first have your child, everything, all your energy and everything is towards your child. And at some point, you're gonna work out your dynamic to where, okay, yeah, I can go back to doing things for me and having a me day or a self-care day or whatever the case may be. But at the very beginning, when you first have your child, your baby, all your energy, all your focus is on your child. Here's a big one. I don't want them around too many people until they're older, because you kind of want their immune system to build up. You want them to get their shots, because right now it's too much illness and insanity and unsanitary people in the world, and it's just, that just is what it is. It's self-explanatory, and I don't want my baby to get sick. Listen, I don't want my baby to get what you got. You keep that over there, and that's why I'm gonna stay right here inside the confines where I know no illness dwells. Okay. They're growing up so fast. I want them to stay small forever. And that's kind of something I kind of thought about my son. I'm like, you started out at 3 pounds and some change. Now you're a little bit over 9 pounds. Boy, slow down. Shoot. So you're going to be scooting and booting and running around here and it's calling me mama. Lord. You can't wait. And then once they call you mama, it's like my mom used to tell me at some point, she used to tell us we called her name so much that she said, that's not my name no more. I'm like, what's your name? I don't know. I'll let you know when I figure out what my new name is. Too funny. You contemplate other money-making opportunities or savings so that if you decide to, you could be a full-time parent, full-time mom, so that way your bills and stuff are taken care of. So that's something that you think about. After pregnancy, after your baby is here, it's like, how long do I really want to stay at my job? Because you start thinking about, I really don't want the child care service or a nanny or somebody, a family member to raise my child. Like, I don't want to miss any first. And that's my main thing that I'm always thinking about. Like, I don't want to miss any first. I don't want him to, laugh and I miss it, or I'll start crawling and I miss it, or start flipping over and turning somersaults and I miss it. I want to be there for those things. And so, that's something that you think about. Another thing is, will I be able to allow someone to help me? Will you be able, because sometimes when you have your baby, you have this protective, this overbearing protectiveness just kind of comes over you, and you're like, nobody's going to take care of my child the way I'm going to take care of my child. You know what I mean? I don't want them to lack in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So, am I going to be able to relinquish that control a little bit and get that help that I need, especially when it's time for you to either go back to work or, run to the grocery store or do all that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to get especially out and dealing with this, like I said, this world catastrophe we're dealing with. You really don't want to have your newborn out and about like that, you know what I mean? Because it's just so many things. We got the vid, the pox, and the whatnots. So I just, you just really don't want that. And then you think about one thing that you check yourself on is that, like I said, before you get pregnant, you think about, I want 2, 3, 4 kids. Baby, listen, once you have kids, you start recalculating that number. Well, I think 1 is enough. It's just. But 1 is not enough for me. I do want to have, more children, but I'm just, listen. And when I was pregnant and even afterwards, it's like, listen, is 1 enough? Will this do? Will it do? And that's something you think about. Is it enough? Or you think about, listen, Lord Jesus, I need you to bless me so that way I can get a surrogate. Okay? So I can get a surrogate. And somebody else can go through the 9 months of pregnancy and I just get the fruits of their labor. Okay? The seed is mine, the DNA is mine. I just, somebody else can do the carry it. I really don't have to do that. And y'all, all of that. And so, I may not, another thing you think about is I may not have been as ready for parenthood as I thought. Yeah. I know somebody with that experience. Won't say no names, but I know somebody with that experience as well. I don't know if y'all heard my son in the background. He being a little fussy right now, but I'm about to go take care of him. But yeah, guys, I just want to run through that, kind of, put that out there, like the thoughts and the emotions that kind of go on in women's heads before, during, and after pregnancy. And even, you know, there's way more things, you know, that's not even on this list that, you know, women from here, there, and everywhere can add to this list. But I just kind of wanted to put that bonus information out there, just kind of let you know, if you're thinking about having children and stuff like that, you know, it could probably help you, think about some things that you need to have in your forefront, and you need to get prepared for your child. But anywho, I'm getting ready to log off here, so I'm gonna go help my baby out. And until my next video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you guys again, stay blessed. Bye.